I'm Mary.
And Amma.
We invite you guys to like,
Subscribe,
share,
and comment down below.
because today we have a wild one, and we really need y'all to let us know what y'all think about this Christian polygamy thing.
Yes.
Please tell us the story of how this man convinced his wife to bring another woman in.
Anyway, he had a calling, just like how Cody had a calling, but to be a polygamist. So what happened was, his name is Nathaniel. They are the Richard family, and he's 33 years old, and the wife is Rebecca. That's his first wife. They've been married for 13 years, and so that means they married early. So they married when he was 20 years old. And his second wife, he's been married to for 5 years. Her name is Christina. Now Rebecca, she works, and Christina stays at home. And he said that one day first they introduced their children. So he yells out, "Fall in!" And all the 9 kids come. And it kind of reminded me of the Von Trapp family in Sound of Music. And, okay, they jump out. "I'm Michael." Just go back. "I'm Austin." Go back. "I'm Rebecca." Go back. Like that. That's how they introduce themselves. Anywho. So, and the other thing that they do that was very interesting was for dinner or for any meal, they all take the first bite together as a family. And he said they do that because it teaches you patience, and like self-control. So they hold the hold the spoon, and look at each other, and first bite, and they have their first bite. Anyhow, so that was very interesting. Of course, Cody's family was like, "Huh?" And like sometimes we are cooking while people are eating. By the time we finish cooking, by the time for us to eat as the parents, the kids are done eating. So anyway, that was interesting. And then they also told them that they have family members who, not family members, but friends who are polygamists, and they share the same bedroom. So they're like, "Oh, wow."
Who shares the same bedroom?
The husband and his wives. They said they have friends who do that.
So do they do it?
No, they don't do that. They share a kitchen, but not, same bedroom.
Okay.
But so they were saying that they do share the same house though. But so Cody and his family were like, "What? Oh my God, what?" They share the same bedroom, and Cody was like, "I have never heard of that before. No, I've never ever heard of that."
I'm sure you'll see that on Seeking Sister Wives.
But this is how. Oh yeah, that's right. But this is how it started, because they had been married for, like I said, for a long time. And
him and Rebecca.
Him and Rebecca.
Okay.
And they had maybe 6 or 7 children.
Already?
Right, at that time. And so he comes to her, well, about the time when he approached her, they had been married for about 8 years. Right. And so he was sitting down one day watching television, and she was in the kitchen cooking. And Nathaniel says to Rebecca, he says, "I wish Rebecca, there was another Rebecca here so I could cuddle with, so I could have, someone to cuddle with." And so she turned to him and said, "Oh yeah, I wish, I could be over there cuddling you and stuff, but I'm cooking, And then he says, "Well, we could have another wife." And she's like, "What?" He's like, she's like, "Absolutely not. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, I can show you in the Bible where that is okay, where the men of the Old Testament had more than one wife." And she said, "Absolutely not. That is like crazy." And she said she felt very betrayed by him. But, she read the Bible, and he showed her in the Bible and stuff like that. And so she was like, she was beginning to kind of acquiesce to that. Anyway, they met Christina in the church. And Christina said when she met Nathaniel, she wasn't really interested or whatever. They made eye contact, but it was kind of like, hey, he's married, because she was a monogamist herself. She's like, but one day he got up and he told Rebecca, and this was, Christina had come to the house before. Another church member comes to your house, that makes sense anyway. Because you all go to the same church. So anyhow, one day Nathaniel wakes up and says, "I had a dream. I dreamt of my wife. And I saw her in my dream." And Rebecca looked at him and said, "It's Christina, isn't it?" And he said, "Yes, it is." And I don't know if maybe when she came to the house, she could tell that her husband liked Christina. That's what I was thinking. For her to say it's Christina, isn't it? She said how she had this feeling like it was Christina. And then Christina said she had a dream that she was putting some children to bed who were not hers. And so when she went to their house again, they told her that, hey, would you like to be a sister wife? And talk to her, explain to her. And she agreed. And then she realized, oh, so this was my dream when I was putting to bed kids that were not mine.
That could have been your sister
because
kids.
Rebecca had, at that time, she had like 6 or 7 kids. And Christina doesn't have any kids. Rebecca had a few more kids, a couple more kids. After Rebecca married Nathaniel, and Christina has not been able to have children at all ever since she married Nathaniel 5 years ago. And there was even a time Rebecca said when she was pregnant with her 9th child, she said she was crying. She didn't want to tell Christina because she had not been able to have any children. And was like, I didn't want to tell her, that I was pregnant because she couldn't have any children, So anyway, Rebecca works. And Nathaniel also works. And Christina is a stay-at-home mom. So she takes care of all the kids. So, those were their dreams and they happened to happen. So that was very interesting. And he said that there are a lot of them around. A lot of the Christian polygamists. He said there are a lot of them around. And this is in Missouri. So if any of you are in Missouri, say hey to us who are part of this lifestyle. Or if you know someone, get in the comments and let us know how it is in your family.
Well,
yeah.
I am going to say this. Just because something is in a religious book does not mean you have to go for it.
Yeah.
It's called the Old Testament for a reason. It happened back in the old days. I feel that a situation like that, it should be mutual. They even talk about polygamy in Islam. But God himself says one wife is better. If you cannot treat them all fairly, you should be with one wife.
Well, he said that, exactly. He did
you
say
should
that.
be with one wife.
And he also did say that for a man, you never are able to, in your heart, you're always going to love someone more than the other.
So basically, God is saying, have one wife.
Them equally with your time, with your money, and all that stuff, but one is better.
So basically, God is saying one wife is more than enough. This is how it was done back in the day, but you should have one wife because there's no way you can be fair to all of them. My thing is, I feel like the way he did it,
that's what I was thinking.
Me personally, I feel like it was manipulative.
It was just suspicious to me.
And the thing is, you had been thinking about this
for
years.
You already knew who you wanted.
Yes, you have been knowing about this for years.
You went in search to make it, good for you. That's how I feel. I feel like he was
because she didn't want it. She didn't want it. She actually did not want it. She had already had 6, 7 kids. Yes. Why are we bringing in another woman at this point in our marriage?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
We're monogamous.
We're monogamous. Now you want to pull it out of the sky.
And tell me about polygamy.
You have.
And you found the Bible. No.
Okay.
And the thing is,
the Bible said that, but that's not what I want for my life.
He was sitting down, and the way he'd been
he waited till she was nice and comfortable.
But you
know what I think? I think he waited years until she had several kids for him.
Yes.
Had too many
she
can't leave him because she has 6 kids with him. So where are you going to go?
Exactly.
So of course he basically said that we should have another wife. I'm pretty sure he also put in the subtle threat of we will probably be getting divorced, but he didn't say that. And basically said, let's go have another wife.
Yeah.
Foolishness. Foolishness.
I wish I had a Rebecca here. I wish I had you here struggling with me. So she's like, oh yeah, I wish I could be there too.
She's all comfortable in her marriage.
Can I show you in the Bible? It's like, what are you talking about?
My bags will be packed that day. The divorce will be on the table the next day. You will never see this booty again. Goodbye.
Well, the thing is, though,
Craziness.
sometimes you have all these children.
Okay, and so
What are
what?
you going
I'm
to
not
do?
finna be sharing my husband. If you wanted a polygamous relationship, you should have said it beforehand. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about
like
changing mid marriage.
Well, this is not even mid-marriage. This is something that's been established for years. They got 6 damn kids. They got a whole village at home.
I know.
And you said, oh, let's go and put another woman in the mix.
Yeah. You see, he got married early. That's what I feel.
And then you have all these kids acting
and
crazy.
he
The
wanted
first
somebody-
bite. I'm Michael.
Yeah,
I'm Rebecca.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He crazy as hell.
I just
crazy.
felt like he was very manipulated. That's what I felt. That's what I felt. So I don't think that man got a calling. You
No,
guys
he ain't
tell us
got to
what
call
you
him.
think.
The thing is, and then you want to talk about is self-control. Where
Yeah.
was your self-control for wanting to be with another woman
Yeah.
when you decided to go and manipulate your wife into having another wife? What was the self-control then, Johnny?
Nathaniel. You guys get in the comments. Tell us what you think. But that was
my
very-
issue,
I
bruh.
was like,
This is my
yeah.
issue.
And I am not saying, we're not saying that people don't get a calling, but for this particular case with Nathaniel, I'm not buying it at
His
all.
weenie called him. That's
Yeah.
what that was.
And I'm sorry, the wives, the Cody's wives, did not look like they were buying that either. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. The only person who looked as though this probably could happen was Robin, because she has gotten her little what is it? She has gotten her little severance package, not severance package, but she has got her money that she has needed, her security.
Yeah.
So she is fine with that, and she's totally and thoroughly enjoying this blessing. And you know, I feel as though she prayed a lot because she made a mistake early in her life, and God blessed her. Good for you. But
Yes.
Nathaniel,
That's
no,
not what that
I am
was.
not buying it at all.
Not at all.
At all. But you guys get in the comments.
It smelled
Let us
like a
know.
scoundrel.
Yeah, it smells like some poop.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's Mary.
and Amma.
We want you guys to like,
Subscribe
share
and comment
down below if you think this man is a scheming
full
schemer.
of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not judging nobody, but I am judging the situation I
Yeah.
call foul.
Yes, I do
Thank
too.
you very much.